Hey everybody, welcome to Mainly Movies. It's been months since we got our first glimpses at DC fandom, but today we're finally getting the first trailer for the next DCEU film, The Suicide Squad. While technically a sequel to the 2016 Suicide Squad, featuring a couple returning characters, it sounds like this movie is going to take things in a very different direction, in part thanks to James Gunn taking over directorial duties this time around. Plus, we're being introduced to a ton of new characters, or at least characters that are new to the big screen. But as the posters tease, I don't think we should get attached to too many of these characters, because my guess is not many of them are going to survive very long. I'm pretty excited to see what this one looks like, so let's check it out.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
It's coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head.
We don't leave one of our own behind.
Hopefully Harley's still alive.
No funny business, Colonel. These are dangerous people.
Team 2 is clear to go.
Fire. 3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
What? We're here to save you.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
I'm so sorry. Harley Quinn.
Blood sport.
So definitely a very different tone.
You know the deal. Successfully complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence. You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull.
Michael Rooker looks very different with that hair. Mr. Pibb?
No.
Any questions?
And
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
we're all gonna die.
I hope so.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
If you cough without covering your mouth.
Harley, although that isn't an open invitation for you to cough without covering your mouth.
What's the plan?
How the hell am I supposed to know?
You're the leader. You're supposed to be decisive.
And I've decided that you should eat a big bag of dicks.
If this whole beach was completely covered in dicks, and somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Who knows why madmen do what they do?
It seems like a very absurd movie, but in a good way.
Don't you worry, eh? I'm gonna get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
Oh my god! We've got a freaking kaiju up in this shit!
Uh-huh.
We love the rain. It's like angels are splooching all over us.
A lot of people. Oh man. So that looks wild. Definitely a very different tone from the 2016 film. This seems much more fun and kind of not necessarily self-aware, but more just not taking itself seriously. At least from the trailer. I mean, obviously the movie itself could somehow go a different direction, but I don't get that sense from this. It seems like it's gonna be one of those just ridiculous fun movies. It's this weird blend, right? It's got the humor, which I think for the most part seemed pretty entertaining to me. A couple of the jokes were a little but that's just, comedy's very subjective. I thought for the most part it was very entertaining, but even just in a what kind of way. And so this is one of those movies where, I have never read the Suicide Squad comics, so my only experience with this, subset of the DC, comic universe is from the first movie. And so, I thought that movie was okay. I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but I don't think I disliked it as much as a lot of other people did. But that was really my only introduction to some of these other characters. So seeing new ones, right? We've got like the Weasel and Polka Dot Man and the Peacemaker, all these different characters, and it's just funny because they're so ridiculous, right? Because these are comic book characters. I mean, Polka Dot Man, just look at their uniforms, right? Their outfits are just absurd. And so seeing them in these like serious situations and kind of this like R-rated sort of comedy and language and everything, there's just something funny about that contrast, right? Because it doesn't work, it doesn't mesh in your brain, but it does work because it's funny in the fact that it doesn't mesh very well. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks like it's going to be dumb, it's going to be ridiculous, but it's going to be very, very entertaining. And so I'm liking the direction that this seems to be going. So I'm looking forward to this one. But that's just my take on the trailer. What about you guys? Are you excited for this? Are you looking forward to another Suicide Squad movie, or do you wish they would just kind of move on to another part of the DC kind of franchise? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so if you got some enjoyment or insight out of this reaction, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, and if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe while you're at it to see more videos like this, as well as movie reviews. Till next time, this has been Alyssa with Mainly Movies, the way life should be.